2013 BMW HP4.
The HP4 is hands down the most rideable and safest leader bike that any manufacturer's ever put out. Since the introduction of the S1000RR, now we actually have a very high performance version of the S1000RR, not just due to the crop of its full titanium exhaust and power, but really more due to rideability. And I'll start by saying that the DDC, the dynamic dampening control, is the #1 feature that sticks out in a lot of people's mind, because it's the first motorcycle in the history of production bikes that actually has a dynamic suspension system that dampens itself every 10 milliseconds. From there, you have the ability now to customize your traction control settings, #1 to your experience level, and #2 to your elements. So we now have an added button here on the left control that will allow you to go +7, -7 on the traction control settings. So while you're in slick mode, which I recommend only for the racetrack in a controlled environment, you have a 0 map that will allow a minimal amount of wheel spin and still allow you to drive off the corners without being intrusive and setting down the front end. But whether, again, it's skill set, whether it's elements, you can now go +1, +2, +3, up to +7, or -1, and that will indicate through the dash, and you'll instantly feel how acute the settings are. They're very, very different. They allow the rider to really take it to that next level safely. And I will tell you though, there's 2 other features that I really, really enjoy. Coming from a frame of mind that is more track oriented and racetrack oriented and higher performance, we now have an ABS system. The new Race ABS truly, truly works very, very well on the racetrack. While we were testing in Jerez, Spain, we were able to achieve 54-degree lean with 20% front brake.
Wow.
Yes, all through. Now that was obviously read through our data logger, the HP data logger that is available for this machine. But next, I'll tell you something that's going to get a lot of riders really kinky and excited, because it does me if you can't tell. Launch control.
Oh yeah.
Okay? Safe launch control though, not just hooligan launch control. This machine has the ability, the HP4 has the ability now, through the starter button, okay, only in slick mode and only when you see L-con show up through the instrument cluster, do you know you're in launch control. So that's my little disclaimer. Please do not try this if it does not say L-con. So you hold the starter button down for 3 seconds while in slick mode. You'll see L-con show up through the dash. And basically what that does in a nutshell is take 80% of your left hand out of the equation. You still have to have about 20% left hand, meaning clutch control, engaging the drivetrain, but now you have 60% torque up to 70 kilometers an hour, 80% torque at 100 kilometers an hour, and whichever one comes first, 120 kilometers an hour or second gear, full power. And that is the most controlled launch that you could ever ask for safely to really get that nice rush and surge. But again, I'm going to keep saying safely.